Does a thicker tray automatically mean it's a stronger tray? Let's find out. We're going to compare two trays by loading them, twisting them, dropping them, and cutting them apart. One is thermoformed polystyrene, and the other is Bootstrap Farmer injection molded polypropylene. And by the end of the video, we will determine if thickness alone or if it's everything else that goes into our trays is the thing that makes the difference. We're talking about material, manufacturing process, geometry, and where the plastic ends up to have more to do with it than how well the tray performs. When you're picking up a cheap tray versus a Bootstrap Farmer tray, when it's in your hand, you feel a big difference. And that's the thing that's hardest to convey on video. When we go to trade shows and we watch somebody that has heard of us, but they've never picked up our tray before, you really see it in their faces and in their actions that they now finally understand what they're picking up. A thicker tray often feels more substantial. And so the next step that people have in their mind is, well, the thicker tray is where the strength comes from. But those two different trays, the cheap ones that you get at a big box store versus ours, the process is different, the materials are different, and there's a lot of other changes that I want to cover in this video. We're not comparing two trays made the same way. We are comparing thermoformed polystyrene, which is typical of the cheap trays you get at a nursery or a big box store, versus our Bootstrap Farmer injection molded polypropylene. We're for sure thicker, but that's just one part of the equation. The manufacturing process affects where the material is distributed inside the tray, the dimensional consistency, wall thickness through the different areas, structural geometry, reinforcing features, and how repeatable the finished part is. So the question becomes, how much does thickness tell us once all of those other variables are different? So let's take a look at our trays versus one fresh out of the box. Let's take a look at the part that gets beat up the most. It's the corners. You can press on here, or you can press down on there. And that's one of the key differences in having reinforcements and thicker material and different material manufactured in versus these trays that are pressed into shape rather than molded. So these are strawberries that we pulled out of Propagation. They're in our 5-inch pots. They're fully loaded out. They've been in there for a long time. These are established plants. We have about 8 of them, and we're gonna load them in the 2 different trays. So we can't even pick it up without it totally deflecting and bending under the weight. And if we pick it up, we're gonna lose the whole strawberries. Now into Bootstrap trays, it totally picks it up. There's no deflection, there's no waste, there's no danger to the plant, and even if you drop it, you don't have to worry about the tray falling apart on you. Under the weight of our tray, you'll notice around the corner is where not only we have damage, but we have a complete tear of the polystyrene that was thermoformed. Let's talk about flexing and twisting a little bit. Got more tears. And just like it was loaded up, it can't take the pressure of day-to-day actual real farm work. Bootstrap Farmer trays, if you twist them, they still twist a little bit, but that flexibility is actually the strength. Because we have flexibility built into our formula of polypropylene, we can go back to factory fresh every single time. So going back to asking better questions, how thick are the trays, or how does it handle under load? Let's talk about thermoforming versus our injection molding. Thermoforming begins when a sheet of plastic is heated into the shape of the tray. The material is drawn onto a press, so that means whenever that sheet is pressed in, you have little lines like this, little deformities that add up over time. When it comes to the cell trays, they're sucked down onto the mold itself. When this single sheet is heated up, it's moved onto the mold and vacuumed formed down, and all of these are basically pulled down to and over the mold, which means the sides, especially the corners, and the top tend to be thinner than the top that this is made of, leading to something that's not going to be even across the board and have weak points at every single spot. Injection molding starts with molten plastic being injected into a mold that defines the finished part. That gives us greater control over dimensions, geometry, material distribution in the mold, wall selections, reinforcing features, and consistency from part to part. The tray can be designed as a complete structure rather than beginning with a flat sheet that has been stretched into shape. Polystyrene versus polypropylene. The manufacturing process is only one difference. These trays are also made from different plastics. The thermoform tray in this comparison is polystyrene. The Bootstrap Farmer tray is injection molded polypropylene. That means the finished tray is affected by both the properties of the plastic and the way the part was manufactured. Bootstrap Farmer's polypropylene material formulation is selected for a tray intended to handle repeated use and impact. So when comparing these two trays, thickness alone cannot explain how they bend, deform, crack, and take repeated abuse day to day. But let's cut these guys apart and see what the real difference is. So as we cut two trays, this is where the manufacturing difference becomes easier to see. This is where we can give thickness its proper place. More material and specific high-stress areas can contribute to strength. So on that twisting and picking up the trays with load, you can really see where that strength comes in on these ribs. Yeah, it's thicker, and it's for sure thicker not only over the part, but you have all these thick ribs that have distributed that weight across the entire part, but it's also substantially thicker up into the lip. Now let's put some calipers on so we can get an accurate representation of how thick the tray actually is, even though by now you know that it's not just the thickness, but how the tray is made. Starting at the bottom, the Thermoformed tray is 1/64 of an inch. The Bootstrap Farmer tray is 5/64 of an inch, 5 times thicker. The Thermoformed tray, the lip is 3/64 of an inch, and the Bootstrap Farmer tray is 3/32 of an inch. The sidewalls are 1/64 of an inch, and on Bootstrap Farmer trays, we're at 1/16 of an inch, again 5 times thicker. Now let's take a look at repeated impact in the same conditions for both trays. We're going to look at corners, rim damage, split areas, permanent deformation, and whether the trays remains usable. So we started with the question, how thick are Bootstrap Farmer trays compared to other trays? And then we took a look at load, deflection, twisting, internal construction, material distribution through thickness, and impact, and how structural geometry plays into those. And now we can return to the original question. Does tray thickness alone mean you have a better tray? And yeah, thickness is a useful specification. More material in a high-stress area can contribute directly to strength. But when two trays are made from different plastics, using a different manufacturing process, thickness alone does not describe the finished part. So the strength of a finished tray comes from the combination of material, thickness, material distribution, structural geometry, manufacturing process, and more importantly, how all of that turns into performance out in the field, day in and day out, season after season. Seed starting season is only a few months away. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be starting our fall crops here at the Bootstrap Farmer farm, and we're going to be using our trays, of course, and we're going to go out into the field every single day knowing we're not wasting time, energy, or worrying about damaging our plants. Follow along, ask questions down below on how your trays have been holding up over the years, and let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.